From 0 to JLPT N5. This is lesson 7. So in the previous lesson you have learned noun, verb, and a verb. Sentences such as I eat sushi, I watch TV, I make sushi, and so on. And you have been using verb particle after objects such as sushi, cakes, TV, and so on. But this time you will learn a new particle, ni. This is another very important particle. Ni indicates direction and target. So whenever a verb indicates direction, for example, I go to school. So school is the direction. In this case, you need to use ni particle instead. So most of the time, you can use verb particle. For sentences like I eat sushi, I watch movies, I read books, and so on. But if the verb like to go indicates direction, then you have to use ni instead. So this time it's not verb particle, but it's ni instead. So today, let's use this new particle ni, which indicates direction and target. So in this sentence, school is the direction you are moving to, the direction and target. So I go to school is 学校に行きます。行きます means to go in Japanese. Now, these are some important verbs which indicate directions, where you have to use ni particle. For example, to go, as you know, this is 行きます. To come, it's very similar. This is 来ます. Then to make a phone call, 電話します. This verb also indicates direction and target, because if I say I call my friend is the direction or target of my action. Therefore, you need to use ni particle when you use 電話します. Another one, to meet, 会います. You also need to use ni particle when you use the verb 会います, because if I meet my friend, for example, my friend is the direction of my movement. So if I say I meet my friend, that's where I'm going. My friend is like my direction, my target. Therefore, I have to use ni particle instead. So please remember that ni particle indicates direction and target. So whenever verbs indicate direction, you have to use ni instead of verb particle. And these are some important verbs where you have to use ni particle. Now, I'd like you to try this exercise. There are 4 sentences. So, please translate these into Japanese using the verb 行きます to go. This one, 行きます. And remember, to go, 行きます indicates direction. Therefore, you have to use ni particle. And in the last lesson, you learned how to change the sentence into past tense and negative form, like I went to, I'm not going, I didn't. So, please be careful how you end the sentence. And one more important thing, in Japanese, present tense and future tense are the same. So even if it says I will go to Japan, you can use mas ending, 行きます. So now take your time, stop the video and work on these 4 sentences. When you are ready, please come back. Now the answers. I will go to Japan is 日本に行きます. So, as you know, the verb should be at the end always. So the verb to go, 行きます comes at the end. And here, Japan is the direction. Therefore, direction. Then, に particle. 日本に行きます. This is the answer. The second one, I went to Tokyo and Osaka. This is the past tense. Therefore, I went. Went should be 行きました. Not 行きます this time because it's past tense. 行きました. So you need to change ます to ました. Now you have 2 directions, Tokyo and Osaka. You can combine those 2 using to particle. Therefore, the answer is 東京と大阪に行きました. So, you only need to have 1 に particle after everything, Tokyo and Osaka. So the sentence should be like this. 東京と大阪に行きました. The third one, I'm not going to school. This is a negative form. As I said before, the present tense and future tense same in Japanese. So this is like same as I don't go to school. So we understand that from the context. Now, I'm not going to school or I don't go to school is 学校に行きません. As you learned this before in the previous lesson, the negative form, the present negative should be ません. Replace ます with ません. So in this case, it should be like this. 行きません. I'm not going or I don't go. Therefore, the answer is 学校に行きません. Last one, I didn't go to the hospital. Now, past negative. This is like this. 行きませんでした. So, ませんでした. This is past negative. I didn't. And hospital in Japanese is 病院. And hospital is your direction. Therefore, there should be に after the hospital. So the answer is 病院に行きませんでした. Now please repeat after me. 日本に行きます. 東京と大阪に行きました. 学校に行きません. 病院に行きませんでした. I'm sure you have many questions, or I'm sure there is something that you cannot understand. So if that's the case, please don't hesitate to ask me questions anytime. It's normal to have questions, and I will be very happy to answer your questions. let's move on to the next one. So, let's use another verb, this time to come, which is 来ます。Example, he will come to school. This is 彼は学校に来ます。So, as I said before, the future tense and present tense same in Japanese. So this is same as he comes to school. Now the verb to come, 来ます should come at the end. So 来ます is at the end. Now school is your direction. Therefore, 学校 then に particle. に particle cannot come before 学校. So be careful with that. Particles always come after the word. So, to school in Japanese is 学校に. This に comes after school. So this is 彼は学校に来ます。Now let's use this verb and do some exercise. I have 3 sentences here. I'd like you to stop the video and work on these 3 sentences. When you are ready, please restart the video. Now the answers. My parents are coming to my house. 両親は家に来ます。So the verb at the very end, the house, 家 is your direction. So after that you need to have に particle. And parents, that's 両親 in Japanese. And this word indicates the subject or the topic of the sentence. In this case, my parents. And the house, there is another word in Japanese which is うち. So you can use うち as well. Next one. She came to the office. Now this is past tense. Therefore the verb should be ました ending instead of ます. This ます ending, this is present affirmative. But ました this is past affirmative. Therefore the answer is 彼女はオフィスに来ました。Office, there is another word which is 会社. So you can use 会社 as well. Last one, they are not coming to the party. So this is negative form. Therefore, it should be 来ません、ません ending. So, 彼らはパーティーに来ません。That's the answer. Now please repeat after me. 両親は家に来ます。彼女はオフィスに来ました。彼らはパーティーに来ません。Now, let's use another verb. This is the last one. To meet. 会います。So this meet also indicates direction. Because if I say I will meet her, she is my direction, the target of my movement. Therefore, you still need to use に particle. This is 私は彼女に会います。 And you can omit 私は that's okay if the listener knows who I'm talking about. So, 彼女 direction 2 particle then lastly the verb. So let's do the last exercise. Stop the video and translate these sentences. And be careful with the past tense, negative form, and past negative. Now the answers. I will meet my friend. 友達に会います。The verb at the very end. 友達 direction and 2 particle. This time 2 people. トムとジェシカに会いました。So because it's past tense, it's ました ending, past affirmative. Now you can use to particle and to combine those two people, Tom and Jessica. And ni indicates direction. So it's トムとジェシカに会いました。Third one, I'm not meeting him. It's present negative, future negative. So present and future tense same in Japanese. So it's present and future negative. Therefore it should be ません ending. 彼に会いません。Lastly, I didn't meet them. It's past negative, so it should be 会いませんでした。If you forgot these negative form and past tense, please review the previous lesson number 6. So this answer is 彼らに会いませんでした。Now please repeat after me. 友達に会います。トムとジェシカに会いました。彼に会いません。彼らに会いませんでした。Very good job. Once again, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask me anytime. I will be very happy to answer. Now, I have homework for you. I'd like you to translate these sentences and put your answers in the comment below. I will check and collect your homework. So very good job, and I will be very happy to see you again in the next lesson then. みんなありがとう。またね。